All right, welcome. If you're lucky enough to live on beautiful Vancouver Island, you know the dream. Living life outdoors as much as humanly possible. But let's be real, the reality can be a little soggy. So today, we're going to dig into how you can actually fight back against the weather and turn that damp patio into a living space you can use all year round.
So, be honest with me for a second. Does this scene look a little too familiar? You invest in this gorgeous outdoor furniture. You're picturing these amazing sunny afternoons, but it spends most of its life hiding under a tarp. It's a classic Vancouver Island problem, but I promise you, it does not have to be this way.
Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to tackle the unique challenge that is the island climate. Then we'll look at the huge benefits of unlocking your outdoor space. After that, we'll explore the actual solutions that work here, get into why the right materials are absolutely critical, and finally, frame this whole thing as the smart, lasting investment that it is.
Right, first things first. If we want to find the right solution, we have to really understand the problem. And here on Vancouver Island, the problem is this very specific cocktail of rain, sun, humidity, and wind that, as you know, can switch up on you in a heartbeat.
And this is where it gets really smart. See, for every challenge the island weather throws at us, there's a specific engineering solution. We're not just talking about rain. We're talking about that heavy, persistent drizzle, right? That means you need water-shedding covers with the right slope. And that coastal humidity, that salt in the air, that's why you absolutely need corrosion-resistant materials. And you know those wild winter storms? Well, any structure has to be seriously engineered to handle those powerful winds.
So it really all boils down to this. That basic sun umbrella you might buy for a drier climate, it just won't cut it here. It doesn't stand a chance. What you need is a complete system, a multi-talented setup that's built from the ground up specifically for our coastal demands.
So when you get the right kind of protection, what really changes? Well, it's so much more than just covering your patio. You are fundamentally transforming it. You're creating a brand new, incredibly valuable living area, and the benefits are huge.
For starters, let's talk health and preservation. Even on those classic overcast bright days, the UV exposure is no joke. The quality fabrics used in these professional systems can block up to 98% of those harmful rays. That's not just protecting your skin, it's also stopping your deck and your furniture from getting all faded and worn out.
Now here's a benefit you might not expect, one that happens inside your house. A really well-placed retractable awning can block so much direct sun that it can actually lower the temperature inside your home by up to 15 degrees Celsius. Think about that. That means you're leaning less on the AC and you're seeing real savings on your energy bills.
But the real payoff, the big win, is in your lifestyle. Suddenly you've got extended comfort. That deck that was way too hot to use in August is now your favorite spot. You get all-season living. Imagine having your morning coffee outside in October without getting rained on. And of course, a beautiful, functional outdoor living space like this is a massive asset that seriously enhances your property's value.
Okay, so what do these solutions actually look like? This isn't a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. The perfect fit really depends on how you want to use your space day in and day out.
Let's look at two of the most popular choices. On one hand, you have retractable awnings, which give you the ultimate flexibility. You get shade when you need it, and you get full sun when you want it. It's your call. On the other hand, you've got louvered pergolas. These are more of a permanent architectural feature, but with incredible adjustability. You can tilt the louvers for that perfect amount of shade, or you can close them up completely, and boom, you've got a waterproof roof.
Now, for anyone who wants that guaranteed, year-round rain protection, a fixed patio cover is the answer. It basically creates a true outdoor room. And hey, if you already have a covered space, retractable screens are an amazing upgrade. They can block that driving wind and rain, but you still get to keep your view. It's like turning your porch into a three-season sunroom.
Now listen, any of these solutions are only as good as what they're made of. And in a coastal environment like ours, this is where quality engineering really proves its worth over the years.
The key term you absolutely need to know is marine grade. This is not your standard aluminum. Think of it like armor for your home. It's specially engineered and powder-coated to fight off that constant attack from the salt in the air. This is what stops the structure from rusting, corroding, or warping over time. It's built to last and look good doing it.
And that same tough-as-nails logic applies to the fabrics. You'll hear names like Sunbrella thrown around a lot, and for good reason. This stuff was literally designed for boats and marinas. That means it's made from the ground up to resist mildew and fading in our damp climate, all while being water repellent and super easy to clean.
So what's the end goal of all this fancy tech? It's simple, really. Low maintenance. When you use the right stuff from the get-go, that marine-grade aluminum, the stainless steel hardware, the premium fabrics, the entire system is designed so you can spend your time enjoying your new space, not constantly working on it.
So, how does this all come together? Let's walk through that final piece of the puzzle, the actual process for making this happen, and why it's truly a long-term investment in your home.
You know, the process itself is refreshingly simple. It all kicks off with a professional coming out for a site assessment. They'll look at your specific needs, your sun exposure, your wind patterns. From that, you get a custom proposal. Once you give it the thumbs up, the pros handle the installation, and then, the best part, you just get to enjoy your space all year round.
So what goes into the final cost? It really boils down to a few key things. The biggest piece of the pie, about 40%, is the type of product you choose. I mean, a complex louvered pergola is just a bigger investment than a retractable awning, right? After that, it's about the size of the area you want to cover and any cool custom features you decide to add. It's a pretty straightforward breakdown.
And it all comes back to this one simple, powerful idea. This isn't just about bolting a new feature onto your house. It's about completely changing how you live in it. It's about removing weather as the excuse for not enjoying this beautiful place we get to call home.
So, I'll leave you with this one last question to chew on. What could your outdoor space become? Could it be an all-season dining room? A quiet little nook for reading, protected from the rain? The go-to spot for family get-togethers that never get canceled because of a sudden downpour? The possibilities are absolutely wide open.